Hey, what's up, YouTube? Jada up here. Let's talk about a couple of topics. Another wrestler been released by WWE, future Raw celebrity guest hosts. A couple of names have been popping up, and also talk a little bit about SmackDown. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click that yellow button over there. Thanks. First topic, Ricky Ortiz has been released by WWE. We found this out live on our PWTR show today. A caller called in. He let us know that Ricky Ortiz was released. I guess my comments are kind of the same for, as they were with Brian Kendrick. I'm not in favor of people getting fired, but I'm also not in favor of people basically being held under hostage, under contracts and everything. And it was clear that WWE, they didn't have any plans for Ricky Ortiz. It was clear that the fans were not latching on to his character, and he basically had no future in WWE, and his release was imminent, so I'm glad it happened, sooner than later, so he can move on. Hell, if he wants to go to another company in 3 months, or maybe he doesn't even want to continue on with the professional wrestling, so he can move on to whatever other career or field of work he wants to go into. So best of luck to Ricky Ortiz in his future endeavors, and I actually do mean that. Future celebrity guest hosts for Raw. A couple of names have been popping up. Freddy Krueger, not just the man that plays Freddy Krueger, the character Freddy Krueger himself. Also, Al Sharpton, Bob Barker, Freddie Prinze Jr. Now, I know some people may be looking at this video saying, "Oh, J-Dub, you're joking." Quit it. No, I'm not joking. Not joking at all. Stephanie McMahon herself has said, some of these names, and I'm thinking to myself, what in the hell? Bob Barker, Al Sharpton. Okay, Freddie Prinze Jr., he was a former writer on WWE's creative staff or whatever, but are you serious? Bob Barker? Look, this celebrity guest host thing, I'm going to go more in depth as to why I don't like this concept. I know a lot of people there, they like this concept and everything, but couple of reasons why I don't like it. One, it lacks consistency. Two, it marginalizes the show as a whole. And one example I'll give as to how it marginalizes the show: when over these past couple of weeks have you ever came out of the show and the main topic you were discussing was the storylines between people like Triple H, people like John Cena, Randy Orton, storylines between the wrestlers? It seems like the topic of discussion coming out of every episode of Raw is, how did the celebrity guest host do? What did they promote? How much did they suck? Were they actually good? Or how did they react, interact with this wrestler and everything? So it's like the celebrity guest host has become bigger than the show itself, and how it lacks consistency. I mean, that's like self-explanatory. You have a different host every single week. They come in and they do different things, and they just insert themselves into the feuds, into the storylines and everything, and in 1 week, go on the next, on to somebody else. So, yeah, and the reason why, Stephanie gave a reason why they are continuing with this celebrity guest host thing, because she says they looked at the ratings for the episode, the commercial-free episode of Raw. I think we got a 4.5 or whatever. And she says, when we looked at those ratings, we knew that our fans wanted something different. Stephanie, sweetie, let me explain to you. I love you and everything, but this is not what we want. First of all, you tout the 4.5 rating saying that your fans tuned in, and they tuned in because they wanted to see something different. That 4.5 rating did not specifically, come from wrestling fans. Those were people who were interested in Donald Trump, interested in what Donald Trump was going to do, interested in the concept. Okay? Then they tuned out. Because if this was what the fans or whoever was watching, not even has to be wrestling fans, whoever was watching on that commercial-free episode of Raw, if they liked what they saw, they would have tuned in the next week, and the next week you would have got a 4.5. Hell, you would have got something close to a 4.5 instead of dropping back down to maybe a little bit above average from the regular ratings and everything. So this is not what we want. Stop trying to think for us. Stop trying to talk for us. That is why we have YouTube. If you stop shutting people up, stop putting false copyright claims on their videos and everything, you would actually hear what the fans want from their own mouths, and you wouldn't have to think for us. Okay? Got that? Get it? Good. Next topic. Oh, and you know what? This is kind of impromptu. Seems like they're going to continue with the celebrity guest host thing. And it's like, instead of complaining about something, why don't you do something about it? We know that this concept is going to continue. So why not just get the right person in there? And you know who the right person is? Me. So right now I'm announcing my candidacy for the celebrity guest host of Raw when they come to Detroit on August the 31st. I'm announcing my candidacy right now. Okay, with that being said, we're going to move on to SmackDown. This last episode of SmackDown, damn good episode of SmackDown. We had a lot more interaction with not Randy Orton, but CM. See, that just shows you how good CM Punk is as a heel. I was confusing him for Randy Orton for a little bit. Anyway, CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, a lot more interaction. Matt Hardy makes his return to SmackDown. He actually aids his brother in retaining his World Heavyweight Championship. We had a great match between Tyson Kidd, John Morrison. We actually saw an upset. JTG beats first unified, undisputed heavyweight champion Chris Jericho. I can't believe I forgot the damn name of the championship. You know what? It's late at night. I just came in from a long night and I'm tired. So yeah, SmackDown is doing a lot of big things. I'm really digging SmackDown right now, and just to know that SmackDown is going to get even better, it's just so great because we still have not seen The Undertaker in a couple of months. So when The Undertaker gets back to SmackDown, things are going to get a lot more serious and a lot better than they already are. So yeah, and we also saw Vince McMahon on SmackDown. We seldom see him in WWE, and we very rarely see him on SmackDown. So yeah, that was a welcome sight. It wasn't actually a surprise because I read the spoilers beforehand, and I wish I hadn't read the spoilers because I knew that Matt Hardy was coming back, and I also knew that Vince McMahon was coming there. But nonetheless, it was still a great episode. Hopefully you guys continue to watch SmackDown. The ratings went up to a 2.0 last week. It was headlined by that match between John Morrison and Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship. Hopefully the ratings for this last episode went up. And yeah, if you haven't tuned into the PWTR show, link in the description box. And peace out.